Hey, Dr. Mindy here, and I want to give you some very specific advice today on how you can start to unstick yourself using the principles of keto and using the principles of fasting and using the principles of what I teach so often on here, which is variation. So let me start off by saying that I totally get that there is a whole population of you guys out there that are struggling to lose weight, and you're trying to apply the keto principles and the fasting principles and you're getting stuck. I totally feel your pain. We're seeing it in the comments here on YouTube, and we're seeing it in my resetter group as well. So I want to start off by saying that there are three basic principles you need to follow in order to unstick yourself. And the principles will fall within the keto and fasting guidelines. So let me start with principle number one. You all probably know, if you've been following keto for a while, you've got to lower your carbs. But do you know you have to lower your protein as well? I can't tell you the number of consults that I've gotten on with people who tell me, I'm fasting, I'm doing keto, and I'm not losing weight. And when I have them measure their carbs are like down under 20 net grams, but their protein is over 100. So my first question to you is, have you restricted protein? You should restrict protein under 20 grams total, tops. So that would be my first tip if you have been doing keto for a while. Okay, second tip. This is a difficult one. So if you've been restricting protein, if you've been restricting carbs, and you're still not losing weight and you're fasting, you're gonna have to fast more. So here's the thing about that. I get it. It's hard. It's not fun to always fast more. But remember that think back to when you had a diet that was high in carbs, high in protein, and your cells were becoming insulin resistant. And so your body had to store sugar somewhere. So it stored sugar in the fat. So now you meander into, or you come into the keto world, and you start changing how high your blood sugar goes, and you stop putting on weight, but you haven't really gone to access all that stored glucose that you stored years ago. Let me say this as firmly as I can. The only way you're going to get to that stored glucose is if you fast. And it may take fast after fast after fast. It may take a variation of fasts. So don't give up, because the first step is to stop storing all the glucose, stop creating so much insulin. The second step is to go after it and go after what you stored. And if you've been fasting for 18 hours, it may be time to do 36. It might be time to do a 3-day water fast. It's a matter of exercising your fast training muscle. If you want more experience in a supportive group doing that, my resetter group on Facebook, we fast once a month for 5 days. So just put resetters in the comments and I'll invite you in over there. So don't eat as much protein. Keep your protein down under 20 grams. Start implementing all different types of fasting, fast a little longer. And then my third strategy that really helps is you gotta vary everything. Now this can be a little complicated, so let me explain myself. If you've been doing an eating window where you eat at noon, from noon until 7, and that maybe those 7 hours are your eating window, you may need to flip that upside down. You might need to eat breakfast. I did say that, eat breakfast. I know those of us that fast don't eat breakfast, but maybe you need to eat breakfast and skip dinner. Maybe you have to completely flip your eating window upside down and shake the body up a little bit. Maybe you need to get off, even though you're a meat lover, maybe you need to do fast mimicking for 5 days and start to implement some strategies that don't require eating meat. I know with fast mimicking in the resetter group, we're getting some great changes over there. Maybe it's time, like I said, to do a longer fast, but it's the fasting variation that makes such a difference. We did, back in January, I ran thousands of people through a 15-day metabolic reset, And these were experienced people who had really experienced keto and fasting, and they were stuck. And when we ran them through this 15-day experience, the feedback we got was incredible. People were finally unsticking themselves. And they were doing that because they followed those 3 principles. So keep your carbs low, keep your protein low, keep your fat high. That's a given. But the protein's the missing one so many people forget about. Make sure that you're fasting, and if you have a lot of stored glucose and insulin to go after, fast more. The longer the fast, the better. And then the third step is varying it and mixing it up. So flip your eating window and your fasting window upside down. And those 3 principles should give you a good jump start into unsticking yourself. Let me tell you something that I'm going to do in May that I've never done before. I'm going to take 50 women through my 15-day metabolic reset with the purpose of getting you unstuck. We're about to get into summertime, and I know how great it feels to go into summer and love the outfits you're putting on. If you got to hang by the pool or the beach, it just feels in the summertime more than any other time of the year. It feels awesome to love your body. So what I want to do is take 50 women through my metabolic reset, and I want to coach you through these principles. We're going to talk about how you get your body detoxing on its own. We're going to talk about fasting windows. I'm going to show you all the tricks I'm using with my patients to unstick themselves. So we're limiting it to 50 because I want to get to know you. I want to make sure you get a result. So in the comments, if you want in on that fasting or that metabolic experience, just put Women's Reset and we will send you a link with all the information on when that reset will start, what does it entail, what does it cost, all those things will be in that link. So just put Women's Reset in the comments and we'll make sure that gets to you. But if you're finally done and you're frustrated and you're really ready to unstick yourself, join me because I really, really want to help you. If you want to just try these principles and see how they do, you can do that as well. Just make sure that protein is key, fasting longer is key, and varying your fasting window. Those 3 things will often stick you from the place or the plateau you're at. So as always, I hope that helps. Hey, Dr. Mindy here, and if you enjoyed this video, please share it out to the world. I'm trying to get really cutting-edge health information into people's hands. And if you want to see more videos like this, just subscribe to my channel and you'll get updates as to when I go live and new videos that I put out there. Every Thursday, by the way, I do a live video from here and answer your questions. So if there are questions you want me to answer, join me then and I'll make sure that I address them. Thanks. Have an awesome day.